Hey guys, Bitter Steel here, back with another video. This one is a bit of a special one. Yes, we are once again saving a disaster save, one that Alex the Rambler tried, and he had mixed success, let's say.
This is something that you should just Alt F4 and just say goodbye.
I asked him if I could give it my own spin, and here we are. So let's check it out. So September of 1943, and it looks like the German Reich has moved a little east. This really isn't looking too well. So let's hop right in. First off, we've capitulated. That's right. German Reich is no longer the leader of the Axis. We've just got Italy, Bulgaria, and the Russian Empire. Good thing that the Russian Empire is in this. The Russians are our puppet, and German France, Reichsprotektorat Niederländer. Mostly garbage, but the Russian Empire being our puppet is a strength. We can build on that. Military, yeah, not much left. 12 garrison divisions in Africa, some basic infantry pretty much all over the map, some infantry, some motorized, and fortunately, we've got a few tanks left at least. Air Force is acceptable. This is something you can work with, so we'll try and use those to the greatest effect that we can still manage. Now the Navy is in a bit of a pickle. We'll lose our ports in northern France, so I think we'll need to rehome our Navy somewhere towards North Africa, assuming they don't take North Africa. Our big submarine fleet, well, big, is kind of split. We've got a few in the Atlantic and a few stuck in the Baltic Sea. We cannot get out until we retake Denmark. Logistics. Good news here, we still have 140,000 rifles left, so I can squeeze out some infantry divisions, since we also have 2.5 million men available still. That's good. The cabinet's pretty much filled out with all that you need. I would turn service by requirement down to extensive conscription, though, just to give our industry a boost once we've retaken some core territory, because I think we're stuck with Emland-Masuren and Koningsberg, and the rest is occupied. This is going to be a tough one, but I'll quickly lay out my plans and then we'll get going. So my idea is, instead of trying to counterattack in the north, this is very thinly defended by the Allies, and we could recapture a lot of the Reich quickly if we strike hard, but our strength right now isn't there. Our strength is, ironically, in the Balkan. These small countries have a lot of divisions in the field right now. Let's see, what does Hungary field? Hungary has 37 divisions, not that many, but still. Romania is fielding 54 divisions and Bulgaria is fielding 77 divisions. Yeah, the Italians, they're already on their way out the door. They've got 145 divisions. I want to prevent at all costs that Bulgaria, Romania, and Hungary fall. I think Hungary can hold to the north. This is very mountainous and it's well stacked with divisions, but when Italy falls, we'll open up a massive gaping hole here. So I want divisions preferably along this river line, and Bulgaria is threatened from Greece when that happens, so I'll need divisions to either rush down to Greece or to set up a defensive perimeter from central Macedonia all the way to the north here to the Danube and Belgrade, if that works, just to keep Bulgaria from falling, and we'll need to deal with Turkey here. Other than that, I will be building a lot of military factories in my puppet Russia, because I want the Russians to go down one autonomy level. The quickest way to do that is to build in them. If I can get their autonomy down one level, I get access to 75% of their military factories. That's going to be wonderful to finally ramp up military production. Speaking of military production, I'm going to switch this around. I don't need that many rifles, so I'll take 5 factories out. I'll keep heavy tank production high-ish, since we are fielding heavy tank divisions, as well as medium tank divisions. I like medium tanks more. Light tanks, I'll keep that production run going for now, but I will be toning that down eventually, and artillery down to 5 factories and probably go down even more. I won't be needing that many factories on artillery. Submarines, I'll finish the one we're building. The surface ships can go. Might keep the convoys in the queue. Nice way of getting autonomy down even quicker, but for now I'll just make some submarines. Ooh, we can do cruiser submarines. Cruiser subs have massive range, and that's really helpful. So I'll just slam on a bunch of torpedoes and snorkels. 16 visibility. Pretty good stats. I'll save that, and I'll compare it to a level 3 submarine. Oh, if this is what you're building, Yeah, that's less than ideal. Slam on the snorkels, and the better torpedoes should be able to do more damage. Visibility 12. Yeah, these are a lot less visible. I'll just build the submarine 3s then. They're relatively cheap. They'll do a lot of damage if I can ever get them out of the Baltic Sea. If we break Denmark and get our ships back out, I can start convoy raiding in this area and hurt the American supply lines. The Americans are our main threat. I'll be moving infantry south to secure Bulgaria and Romania's flank. Hungary should be fine on its own for a little bit. I'll move my African divisions up towards central Anatolia. I'll redeploy them there, and from there I'll redistribute them along the front to try and retake Anatolia, and I'll convert them to basic infantry. These guys are 7.2s, don't want 7.2s, so I'm gonna convert them to infantry as well. Let me just check his template real quick. So yeah, just a 20 with infantry division with engineer support and support artillery. This is good baseline defensive unit. I'll park them on Sofia for now. Our 2 lone divisions here stuck in France. Yeah, that French tank division's not gonna do much. I'll give it back to our French puppet. Realistically, I'm not gonna get this infantry division out intact. I'd like to, but I think I'll be better off just disbanding it and letting the equipment and manpower return to the stockpile. Gotta make some hard choices here. Von Rundstedt's on the defensive, and Model is the better field marshal in this, so I'm gonna consolidate my strength under Model, and I'll gather all the infantry here under, I don't know why Van Manstein's commanding the infantry, but I'll change generals around later. Fast units can go to the tank army. And essentially that leaves us with 8 rapid units that are combat effective. I'll leave them with Guderian. You've made some really weird picks. Guerrilla fighters, not my favorite. I'll leave them with Guderian, and their purpose will be to push towards Istanbul to contain this portion of the threat. 14 infantry divisions, I'm sorry for the zooms, are going to be deployed towards Sofia, and then set up a defensive line against Yugoslavia and probably Greece once the Italians fall. I cannot save Italy at this point, gotta save myself. The north here is safe. I know how it feels to not have your own divisions in charge of the defensive, but there's hardly any allied troops here. There isn't a major buildup of troops, and the troops present here will be enough to hold this for now. Resistance suppression. No, not going to do resistance suppression. I am going to do army training. I will need more divisions. These are your 7.2s. I'll let them build. I'll deploy them here in Lviv and deploy them to the Bulgarian or Hungarian fronts, depending on where I need them. Just a single run of them. Follow that up with infantry. Standard bog standard infantry, as many of them as I can. Again, same region, and I'll decide where I actually send them once they're deployed. Medium, heavy, and light tanks in the queue. Whenever I can deploy more units, I think we're at the deployment maximum already, so we'll do that once we can. Quick overview of the templates. Heavy tank, decent. I like 40 widths, 20 widths work, but not as well. We might be able to change this later. Alright, these are your heavies. You've got some mediums. Again, 40 width would have been better. We'll double up later. Once we get some tanks in stock, we should be able to do this. Your organization's good, so these are functional divisions. And then lights up here. I'll probably get rid of... I'll definitely get rid of your light tanks once we don't need them anymore. I need them to plug the gaps and be quick about it. For now, I think he kind of gave up here on research. So I'm going to replace the light tanks, and I'm going to start turning them into self-propelled guns. To do that, I'll research the new light tanks and the new self-propelled guns so I can convert things into those SPGs. I know it takes a while, but we should be able to survive long enough. Infantry is fine. I am getting maintenance companies. Maintenance companies are gonna help us gather equipment. Since our own industry is in shambles, I'll steal it from the allies. Given up on your air doctrines, I see. I'll go for ace generation. I don't know it's the best one, but more aces means more war support, and you're gonna need it. Get as much oil as we can. When I get enough political power, I'm gonna change out Goebbels here and get the war industrialists so we build those military factories quicker. That way we kind of give our industry a little boost and get Russian autonomy down quicker. And then I'll probably go down to extensive conscription to boost our industry some more. Any additional political power is going to go towards fixing our stability and war support. Maybe get war bombs. I see Japan is at war with us, and Japan is at war with the Russians, which means I'll need to deal with this problem. Russia only has the one division, so I'll just get this division, assign it to an army, send it here, I guess. I'll try and take this port, and whenever Russia deploys more units, I'll send them to the Far East. Not much else I can do, really. Oh, I need to reorganize my Air Force as well. Mathematically, 50 is the optimal size. You need air wing size of 50 to make attacks. So if it's at 50, you'll get the most bang for your buck, get more aces out that way, get more war support, and do more damage to the enemy. I like to set them at 100. 100 means it's a lot easier to do math. I'm a bit lazy like that, so it's gonna take a lot of work to set this game up, but I've laid out my strategy and I'll get back to you once everything is in position and we are good to go. So through the magic of editing, I'll be back in a jiffy. Given my air the orders I need, they'll be regrouping toward Bucharest, try to stem this, well, massive hole in our lines, and we'll see. Just about ready to unpause, so fingers crossed, and well, if I don't beat it, I hope to at least do better than Alex. Bear with me here, this is gonna be a good one. So I figured out I have my aspect ratio still set to my ultra wide monitor. It's fixed now. Slow the game down, unpause, and see just how bad things really are. Oh yeah, once Italy goes, all of this is gonna revert to the Allies. That sweet late game lag. Oh, don't you just love it? Yeah, there it goes. The Swiss, you're supposed to be neutral, damn it. Oh well, looks like we'll be fighting the entirety of Europe then. What I want to do here is encircle this whole bunch of allied divisions, push towards Istanbul, and then have a look. If I can hop across and clean up the rest of this, perfect. If I can't, I'll swing my tanks back towards this side and do some damage here, plug the gaps wherever I need to. Yeah, naval invasions are going to be an issue in this region. Okay, so we got 27 submarines with access to the Atlantic, and they're, well, they're not great, but they're decent. Then your job is convoy raiding in the upper Baltic and the lower Baltic Sea. Yes, this is going to cost us fuel, this is going to cost us submarines, but I need to slow down the Allies. This may not prevent naval landings, but it will make them pay for them. Now back to the main event, we need to fix this. 3 British divisions encircled. I'll quickly destroy them. Change of plan. We're using infantry for that. Bad idea, let's switch to horses. Okay, divisions are trickling in on the other side of Anatolia. Send them into battle as well. Start pushing from this side before too many divisions arrive. Yeah, I'm gonna redraw this just so I can prevent my units from being very overextended. The idea is just to defend anyway. Another pocket. Good. We're starting to hurt them. They're not advancing on Königsberg, and there still isn't a real allied buildup to the north, so we still have time. We can reduce Russia's autonomy. Perfect. There we go. Game updated. More than doubled our factory count. I'm surprised Italy's still holding on. As long as they can cling on to Milan and Venice, this isn't gonna fall, but, you know. Yeah, I'm just gonna make my subs a little bit deadlier. I know that we're not trading very favorably right now, but as I get more and more of these level 3 subs out with the right equipment on them, we are gonna wreak havoc on allied supply lines. If we can keep Turkey from getting back on its feet, we can contain this. Oh, yes, 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 yes. More divisions encircled, more divisions destroyed. I'm not gonna micromanage that for now. I'm gonna let the tanks clean up, and we'll set up a defensive perimeter along this river, and then the mountains and Graz here. And as we're slowly getting some infantry out the door, we'll get a defensive line that we can actually hold. That is going to work wonders for us. Actually, I much rather like ambushers than infantry experts for my defensive infantry, because entrenchment is brilliant. Beggars can't be choosers at this point. Also need an appropriate name for our armored divisions. These are all that is left and all that is available to save the Reich, so Steiner's counterattack it is. So I can probably handle this with just the armor, so I can pull that infantry away. Where do I put them though? So I've got 12 infantry divisions. I could use them to shore up this line even more, which would be very nice. But I also think I might need some coastal garrisons soon, because naval superiority, yeah. The US and UK fleets are gonna start hurting my subs, and I'm not producing that many of them. For now, I think it might still be best to just secure the area here. I'm gonna prepare my counterattack to the north, so I'll redeploy the infantry there. Tanks will follow once this is cleaned up. This is actually looking like a relatively dangerous counterattack if we don't get anything into position soon. Fortunately, we have more troops available. How's our production looking? Decent. We're actually getting stuff out the door again, and our losses are relatively minor for now. Oh, I also noticed that you were running both air superiority and interception, and for your CAS, close air support, naval strike, and port strike, just pick one. If you spread them out over all the missions, your efficiency goes way down. So don't do that. Try and avoid that. Just pick one. I just stick with air superiority and close air support for these planes. It's what they're good at. It's what they'll do best. Yeah, this is costing me a ton of submarines just to keep them from naval invading. I cannot keep this up. As for the Atlantic though, this is going really well. I'm sinking a ton of convoys here. Literally gone now. This is gonna be the heart of the action, I'm afraid. The Allies are gonna concentrate in the Balkans. They always do. I can set my clock to it. So I think it's a good thing that I fortified this. I'm gonna fortify it some more, but I also need to make troops available for my northern thrust. Good thing we are recruiting quite a few divisions. Should have some available soon. Need a lot more support equipment though. Oh, ciphers. I forgot about those. Should probably be decrypting some people. So I got almost 2 full armies to protect the south, and they're mostly in very defensible terrain. So I think we should be able to hold this line. The armor has also arrived, so the counterattack can begin. This is ambitious, and I know it's not gonna work. We're not gonna push to Berlin, but I'm gonna do some micromanagement to see if I can capitulate Poland to get some good encirclements and do some damage here. Okay, we've taken Warsaw. How much more of Poland do I need? Okay, so with Danzig encircled, we should be able to defeat its defenders. Danzig falls. Poland falls? Poland falls. Massive opportunity for pockets. Hopefully. Oh, PP. Alright. I don't need service by requirements. I'm gonna go back down to extensive conscription. That is gonna make my industry a lot better. And afterwards, I'll replace Goebbels. I am very sad. I think I massively overplayed my hand here. If I could just make a push towards Lodz, we might have a chance. I hear naval invasion sounds. I'm scared. I might have doomed myself here. Oh no! No, 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 no. I was doing so well, or at least I thought I was. Then it all came crashing down. I'm gonna issue a last stand just to keep the infantry in position, and I'll try to maneuver the armor. If I can take a few more victory points, we can still manage 10% more victory points. Oh, they're so close. If I can get Bialystok, I can still do this. This is such a mess. From Lodz to go there and try to take Sidley with it, wherever this place is. I just need 1 more victory point. If I could just take 1 more victory point, I should be fine. No, they're moving into Poznan. Unacceptable. Move tank there. I understand that this is not exactly riveting gameplay, but oh my god, am I on edge right now. Like, the entire run is gonna hinge on the success of the fight at Bialystok. And it's over. It's over. No, no, it's not over. It's not over until we give up. I need to formulate a plan here. Force the capitulation of Poland by taking Bialystok. That's still possible. After that, pull my tanks out, rush north, deal with the Americans, if there's not too many here already, then deal with the British. Let's get to work. Okay, I've taken Bialystok. Is that enough to capitulate Poland? It's not. We'll take Torun next. That is enough. That should be enough to capitulate Poland now. 40%, great. All armored forces halt, all offensives stop everything, rush north, deal with the Americans for the love of God. As for the infantry, well, it's gonna be wild. Okay, there goes Poland. Yeah, that didn't really make things all that much better. I'm starting to think trying to capitulate Poland was a fool's errand, and I should have just stuck to doing sensible things. Small naval landing behind our lines, but I think we can deal with that. With a little luck, I can still drive the Americans into the sea. I just saw Belgium capitulate. Just two divisions in the Brussels. Oh my god, there's so many divisions trapped here. Balkan front, are you okay? That doesn't look like it's an okay front. This is about as unstable as it gets. Yep, Poland was a mistake. Definitely overplayed my hand, but I am dealing with the Americans quite handily. Now it's just the British up there, and that is contained. Oh, thank God, maintenance companies. I'm gonna immediately assign these to all my armored divisions, because I will be using these to close pockets, and that way they will get equipment. Okay, so the good news is I've stemmed the naval invasions, and we've capitulated Poland. I'll just need to stabilize this gigantic mess. I don't think I can get these 2 divisions out again. Just gotta make sure that Hungary doesn't fall. Oh god. Americans in North Africa. I hope there's any troops available. I'll start some maneuvers with my tanky boys, see if we can make anything happen. So I'll attack with half of the tanks from the east, the other half on the west side. Maybe, who knows, we can cut off that section of the line. If we can pull that off, that will be a very nice start. Okay, we have more infantry available. I'll put these guys on the ports. I need some sort of garrison available. I prefer not to use these garrison orders, but at least this way they'll move around on their own without me having to constantly micromanage. I'm not in a position to micromanage my defenses. Got my Waffentragers, good. I'm gonna stop tank research for a bit. Infantry, probably focus on support equipment some more. Like at this point, research doesn't really matter that much, except maybe get better fighters. On the defensive, we're more or less winning everywhere, so I'm feeling pretty confident that we've, I wouldn't say got this in the bag, but we've got a good shot at, if not winning, at least surviving. Alright, I was gonna make fewer light tanks. I'm gonna get rid of my light tanks after this assault. There's a few in stockpiles. I'm gonna switch these out for light self-propelled artillery. And I'll get rid of the light tank divisions. Light tanks just aren't that good. Not at this point in the game. I need all my air over Western Poland. And attack here. Go for the encirclement. Close the pincer. Prevent reinforcements. You assist. Oh, the eye feels something's happening. Got it! Okay, deep breaths. Close that pocket. Ooh, massive assault along the front. We might not actually win all over. We don't have to. I just need to delay them long enough. Oh, if we can close this, that is going to be devastating to the Allies. Why? Every time something goes my way, it is immediately followed by something not going my way. Would I risk redeploying my armor here to try and break those two divisions out? I might. If I can get the tanks there, I might be able to break those two guys out. I'm also sinking a lot of convoys here in the Atlantic. They're not really contesting us. Oh, Guderian, make something happen here. Break those two divisions out. Okay, so those divisions are out. Just need to redeploy the infantry to keep this from spiraling out of control. And I'll assign my tanks back up here. I can clean that. That's nice. God, this is so many divisions. Just breathe, relax, breathe. In case you hadn't noticed by now, this is very stressful. This is very difficult, and it's going to take a lot of time to put this save game right. So there will be a lot of cuts in this video. Alright, the armor is arriving. I hear naval invasions. I should have garrisons to contain them. I should be fine. I see a lot of green bubbles. It's just a couple of red ones up here that could really screw me over if things go badly. Alright, armor's in position. No time to delay. Attack, 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 attack. Oh, that is so many divisions. That is so many divisions. Come on. Come on, Guderian. Bring me victory here. Yes. Oh! Massive overruns. Okay, time to close some holes. Tanks here need to push back to Torun, remove the bulge from my lines, and push them back to the river. Then Lodz cannot hold it. Okay, abandon it. After that, we'll fight around Brest-Litovsk, maybe to the south here. Well, that freed up so many divisions. All that hard work to capitulate Poland really was for nothing. That was a gigantic risk and waste. Okay, now all the armor's in position. Let's push them back to the river. Then either to the south here. I can see an opportunity here. Alright, this is much more defensible. The infantry in position. Okay. Really, my one saving grace in this entire save so far is the ability to crap out a lot of infantry just to shore up our lines, but we are just about out of infantry equipment, so we'll have to make do with what we've got and just slowly start building up stockpiles again. I need more tank divisions. Tank divisions are the only thing that are gonna save our bacon here. Alright, push into Brest-Litovsk and then the province beneath it, and we might be able to create another pocket. More pockets. Oh god, that's a lot of Americans. Okay, encirclement happening. Encirclement happening. Encirclement happened. Brilliant. Alright, Guderian, you are doing the Lord's work here. With that pocket cleaned up, we can move on. Alright, Guderian, smash these divisions, then deal with that naval invasion. Oh, the overruns, man. Oh, that's the stuff dreams are made of. Alright, Guderian, clean that up. That is free equipment, essentially. The Russian front still messy. Of course it is.
One eternity later.
Alright, 3 hours and 1 trip to the vet later, we are back to the task at hand. Good thing about all these American naval landings is, if I can kill them on time, I get a lot of equipment out of them. Oh, right, political power. Trade laws, I think. Closed economy would let me keep all my stuff, Then again, nobody's probably going to trade with me, and I think free trade might actually be a better deal here. We need to give our industry a significant boost. You know, I wasn't expecting much from my allies, maybe that they slightly defend North Africa. Even still, I am greatly disappointed in them. Königsberg reclaimed. At least the bubbles are all green for now, so I think we've stemmed most of the tide. What I'm gonna do, and it's gonna take a while, is use my armor to make small or medium-sized encirclements wherever I can. Pick apart the allies division by division, pocket by pocket, and try to slowly conquer our way back west. Another delicious pocket, but as I'm cleaning up these pockets, I'm just taking so much pressure along these lines. I don't feel like I'm winning, but I'm surviving. Okay, so the Greek disaster is somewhat averted. I think should really go to work here and circle a good amount of divisions here if we can make some clever moves every now and then. It'd be real cool if these Americans could just stop naval invading Anatolia and, well, my land. I'm having to devote way more divisions to simple defense of the coastline than I want to. I don't want to give... It would be easier to just give up Anatolia. Then again, that opens up the Caucasus. Rather not have them fighting me everywhere. I'll just have to suffer through it. Yes, another delicious, delicious pocket. Alright. Oh, Guderian, you are the rock upon which I can build my new Germany. Every time this happens, we can take a good chunk of allied strength away. Glorious overruns. Guderian, what would I do without you? Ooh, looks like a nasty naval invasion. I'll need to swing my tanks up there, clean that up, gobble up that delicious infantry equipment. Well, it's August of 44, and I would have liked to be back in Germany by now, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers. Defensive line is about as solid as it's ever gonna get, and I am inflicting massive casualties on the allies. They are not going to keep this up for much longer. I am just annihilating their divisions left, right, and center. Why is the Russian Federation here in Crimea led by this guy? The game's gone quite mad, I'd say. Alright, time for a little expedition into the fatherland. Let's see if we can actually reclaim some ground here. Let's not get ourselves encircled here. It's nice that we can get some of the fatherland back, but let's not throw this away. We're actually in control now, more or less. Mild success with that little expedition. We got some of our country back. My plan was to keep this going until we uncapitulated Germany. We might be here for a while. Okay, so suddenly the Soviet Union popped up under this guy. And they're in the Allies. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Don't really care. Oh boy, this is a lot of Allied divisions we've encircled again. Hey, we're back in Berlin, baby. Germany has its capital again. This is turning into a really long game. Still, I'm having a ton of fun here, though. Yeah, my losses are steep, but... oh, we've killed a lot more than we lost. Okay, April 45, we're getting somewhere, We are back in control of 33% of our victory points. Still, we are very much capitulated. I'd like to fix that. We've sunk thousands of convoys in those two sea zones. Alright, let's drive our way to Copenhagen. These medium tanks should be up to the task. Oh, just look at these medium tanks go. It's insane how fast they are. Alright, we've even got Vienna back. I might be inclined to take Graz back. That's a major victory point. It's poorly defended. I've got my tanks in position. Might as well just push to Graz. While I'm here, I might just keep pushing, actually. Don't know if this is a brilliant idea. It's probably not, but I'm tempted to try and take out Yugoslavia. Oh, okay, so we've cut the Allied front here, set my divisions along this line, and I know this offensive line is somewhat ambitious, but I want to see if I can do it. You know, if this works, I am going to decimate so many Allied divisions. I might actually just destroy the Allies' capability of defending what's left of Europe, because this is very thinly held. We've destroyed so many of their divisions by now that, you know, they're pretty much out of it. Oh, they got nothing to stop these tanks. We're running roughshod over their divisions. I mean, the terrain is gonna get pretty nasty here with the mountains, but if they're not prepared, I can keep pushing, at least for a while. Okay, that offensive was successful, but ridiculously costly. Once we clean the rest of this up, that is a lot of allied divisions that are suddenly going to find themselves in an unfavorable position. Look at that, we even put Italy back on the map. Oh, the things I do for Mussolini. Well, I'd say that's Greece and the Balkan dealt with. No, I can bring my full strength to bear to liberate the rest of my cores, take down, well, Mega France here, and just establish dominance on the continent, and then we'll be done. Ooh, is that French gone? But how? How has France capitulated? There's just no division. Oh, yeah. This is their core territory. Is this not their core territory? That's really odd, but I should probably exploit that. Problem is, my tanks are busy constantly containing naval invasions. Yeah, it's good fun. Oh, seriously, AI, if you're not even gonna try and stop me from making these pockets, like, just give up and go home. Admit that I've won. Give me my country back. And that's another pocket gone. Alright, now just get rid of the Japanese. So the AI doesn't even have any troops on this front line. I should just launch an all-out assault here. They've got nothing on the front line. I'm just walking towards Paris. On foot. Not even tanks, just infantry. Oh, this is embarrassing. Did I really destroy that much of your army?
Don't you feel silly? Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel a little ashamed?
Italy, I have no idea what you're doing here, but this ridiculous Congo line of death isn't helping. You're just throwing what little divisions you have away. Oh, the AI never ceases to amaze me. Ah, it would appear we are back in the saddle. We control 95% of our victory points. We are no longer capitulated. Thank you for warming my seat there, Bulgaria, but I think I'll be taking over once again. The German Reich once again controls the Axis. Now, at this point, I'd say the save is, saved, but I want to go one step further. I just want to knock the Allies completely off the continent, and then we can call this a total win. So bear with me here. I'm actually surprised that Italy still has 137 divisions. They've done nothing but throw men away all game, and they still have a larger army than the UK. Granted, I haven't been cutting their army apart the entire game. France has capitulated again. How many times are you gonna do this, France? This is getting confusing. Well, the armor's free to do its thing now. We just need to get the infantry in position to, fully cover the front line here, and it's over. Once I can get my tanks to do what they need to do, this is a done deal. Okay, so technically, I have the entire Allied army in Europe, encircled in Europe. They have no more ports, and I think they just control the land of Belgium, Luxembourg, and Switzerland. So, technically, I just need to close this pocket, and it's over. Ah, this is going to be so many casualties once we're done here. I didn't think we would do this. They are going through what's left of these divisions like a knife through butter. Oh, with Belgium gone, that is even more. Oh, look at them disappear. Look at those poor divisions just vanish. This is it, the final vestiges of Allied power on the European mainland are being destroyed. I'd say we can consider this save game saved. We started out as a capitulated nation with about 30 divisions and our capital in Königsberg. It is now 3 years later, 3 hard-fought years, but we are once again the dominant power on the continent. We are a nation made whole, back in control of the Axis. The war is definitely going our way. Allied losses are up to 25.6 million. Countries like the UK and the United States don't even have a lot of divisions left. They have less than us. Even combined, we have more divisions than them at this point. And all it took was for Guderian to drive his tanks. Tanks will win you anything if you just micro them right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload more content. Once again, a big shout out to Alex Rambler. Thank you for letting me have a go at this save game. It was certainly interesting, I'll tell you that.